Welcome to The Business Coach, a show in which you're out to help entrepreneurs better their business. My name is Ian Dennis, and today on this show, we'll be exploring the tours and travel business. I'll be linking up with a gentleman named Brian who runs Turnup.Travel, and I want to find out what exactly are the challenges he's facing as a business. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much.
All right,
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. You studied microbiology.
Yes, microbiology.
The tours and travel business. How did it happen?
Yeah, microbiology. Yeah, I'm a trained scientist, and when I left university, I flew to the U.S. In Oregon. So I did the microbiology in Oregon State University, and you know how I think your first degree that you do for as African students, it's for like your parents. You know, so
just do it.
Yeah,
you have your paper, go pursue what I want to do.
Exactly. Let me just do what they want, and then I do what I want. Across the world.
So coming back to Kenya, how did the journey of Turnup.Travel start out?
So I came back. So I did college from 2008 to 2013. That's when I graduated, and then I worked for 2 years in Oregon, and then I came back in 2015, and then I didn't have a plan, and I took a road trip to Zimbabwe.
You went alone?
Yeah, I went alone.
All right, interesting.
But no, I didn't travel alone. But I went by myself. But I found other travelers.
Oh, in a group?
Yeah, we were like 20 of us. And we passed through Tanzania, Malawi, Zambia, and then went to Zimbabwe, and then to Botswana. When I took this trip, I discovered just how much beautiful our continent was. Yeah. Right? It blew my mind. Right? From seeing Kilimanjaro to seeing Victoria Falls to seeing Chobe National Park in Botswana, there was just so much. It was so stimulating, man. That's how I feel Turnup started. It didn't start because I'm a co-founder, and it wasn't until a year later I met my co-founder Mudhuri.
Turnup.Travel as it is right now, is it a partnership or is it a limited company?
So it's a limited company. Me and him are the co-founders.
So
yeah,
so your office for Turnup.Travel is at 14 Riverside.
Yes,
you told me that you actually happened to be there during that particular terror attack. How exactly was it for you? Yes,
the terrorist attack. Yeah, I was there during the terrorist attack, and yeah, it was shocking. But I managed to get out alive with the help of obviously the response teams that were involved in that rescue operation. But it was an eye-opening opportunity. You know, just take each day as it comes and be grateful for life, because you never know when your time comes. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can say about that. You know, I'm really sorry for the families that were affected by that. You know, people died. You know, so overall, I think it was a learning opportunity for everyone. And as a tourism industry, we definitely took a hit. You know, for example, that Mombasa cruise ship that was destined to dock at Mombasa, you know, it had to go to Seychelles because of all the travel advisories that were rolling in. You know, so we need to really look at our tourism, because it really affects our numbers. Yeah.
And you mentioned to me that the office that you guys are operating for, it's a shared office space. Why exactly was that decision?
Because you get to, so it's a co-working space, right? You get to connect with a lot of people, a lot of like-minded people. You know, so there's a lot of events that happen at Meta. And actually, we've gotten a lot of clients just from being in that space and interacting with people who walk in and walk out, or people who refer us, right? So it's a good environment to be. It's a good mental environment to be there.
And in terms of costs?
Oh, cost is good because it also saves us some costs. Because it's not a traditional like office, your standalone office, you know, you're paying like rent, electricity and stuff like that. Being on Meta, you know, saves us quite a deal, and we can reinvest some of these things, you know, before we move out and go somewhere else when the time comes. Yeah.
Right. Bootstrapping. Bootstrapping in business simply is operating on a shoestring budget or no budget at all. This is necessary more so in the early stages of a business where one needs to build a brand while at the same time start making money for the business. This concept best applies in a service business because there are no costs incurred in the purchase of an inventory. Tips to bootstrap your business. 1. Ensure that you keep your overheads down, and the best example will be rent. You can have a home office to save on cost, and in the instance you need to transact with a client, you can use a shared office space which saves on costs. 2. Work with highly networked brands at subsidized rates or free to aid on referrals to your business as well as build your portfolio base. 3, outsource essential services instead of employing. This not only saves time but also incurs less costs. And finally, manage your cash flow frugally. Receive quick and pay slowly. This is Turnup.Travel.
Yeah.
I came across, I was going through your website, and so you guys offer some unique services. You concierge solutions.
Concierge.
Yeah, so
Fancy name, right? I like.
Tell me about it. What exactly is concierge?
I like throwing that name around, you know, concierge. You know, concierge basically means. You know how you have a hotel concierge? There's that desk, you know, if you don't know anything about a hotel and then you need information, that's it. It's like an information desk. So basically, we're an information desk for tourism opportunities and travel locations in Kenya. So for example, if you come and tell me like, hey, my fiance and I want to do a honeymoon, but we're not really sure where to go, you know, but we know we want to see animals, you know, what do you have for us? So that's a concierge now. Now I tell you, okay, this is what you have. Depending on your budget, we can go to Savo, or we can do bush versus beach, you know, or we can do both, you know. So I just kind of take them through the options, and then the conversation now becomes more narrow and narrow.
What you guys are offering is customized solutions to your clients.
Yes, actually we call it bespoke travel companies. So we facilitate booking for people end to end.
And take me through your day-to-day operations within the business with your partner. What exactly do you do on a day-to-day?
So we're 4 of us, with 3, myself. With the 2 co-founders. We have a lady, reservations lady, her name is Maureen, and then we have Mike Njeru, who actually is my best friend, fellow actor. He's the head of content. So day to day, we wake up, tunasalimiana, you know, good morning. We check
so the operations of the business. Yeah.
We check the emails, you know. We sort out packages that were not dealt with the day before. And then so Mudhuri usually heads the partnerships RM of Turnup.Travel. So it's sending out proposals, emails, following up with people who haven't responded for a while, you know, or trying to spike up new proposals, you know, or trying to get a farm trip somewhere, or trying to get this hotel to come accommodate us to come shoot an episode of our vlog. So it's a lot of things. It's a multi-pronged. We're always doing very many things, each of us. Yeah.
And how do you, because you mentioned also earlier, I came across one of your shows on TV, so you're also an actor.
I'm also an actor.
A number of things.
Yeah.
How do you manage now to invest also the right amount of time within the business? Because you act, you content create, you do a lot of things outside the business.
I'm a model as well.
You're also a model, I saw you on some commercial. How do you manage to put all of that together, and also, how do you manage to do all of that and still manage to invest time in the business?
I think the most important thing is just being honest with yourself and honest with the different people you're dealing with. Like for example, I'm in mother-in-law, so I'm just honest to them. I just tell them like, look, I have a business, I need to run some things, you know, please give me a good schedule. And they're very understanding, so I'm very grateful for them. On this other side, the modeling, whenever I got a call up for a shoot, you know, I tell them like, look, please give me like 3 days notice, you know. So that works out as well. So
and for your partners?
So my partners, whenever I know I'm not gonna be around, we have a WhatsApp group. We notify each other like, hey, can you pick this up for me? You know, can you handle this client? I won't be around. So it's at the end of the day, comes down to time management.
Working on versus working in the business. Most entrepreneurs work in the business instead of working on the business. Working in the business entails an entrepreneur putting in all the focus and energy in the day-to-day operations of the business. This does blind the entrepreneur in the long run from achieving the vision of the business, as their outlook of the business is limited to the day-to-day challenges faced by the business, which should be cascaded down to the employees of the business. Working on the business. Working on the business should be the main role of the entrepreneur within the business. It entails constant analysis of the business as a whole. The puzzle the entrepreneur should be constantly working on is how to get the business to fulfill its vision by constantly seeking to answer the question, how can I get the business to its vision from where it is now? By constantly working on the business, the entrepreneur will better structure the business direction and operations to achieve its goals. In terms of marketing the business and getting clients, which is the best medium that you guys usually use?
We found social media marketing to be very good, and just person-to-person interaction. Yeah.
And the tours and travel business is very competitive.
Very.
Yeah, it's more so in terms, I see a lot of price battles.
Yeah.
How do you guys ensure that you get to give your clients the best value at the most affordable rate? What exactly is your business model?
So our business model is we give you unique experiences that you don't have with any other tour operator, or rarely, to be fair. And this comes from the fact that before we market a location, we ourselves have to go see it ourselves. It's very easy for me to arrange a trip to Mara and send clients and just pocket the money, right? But that's not really fair to the longevity of your business. What you need to do is understand the location first, right? And that's a good thing because Mudiri and I spend a lot of time outside Turnup.Travel, just traveling the country, right? A lot of people say like they want our lives, they see us always traveling, but I always say there's always a point. We have to understand the product that we're selling so that we can get the most out of any location and just blow the mind of any client. I just need one client. I'll give you the best experience of your life.
Finally, as a business, what's the vision and where exactly are you guys going as a business?
We want to expand into, I mean, we kind of started expanding into like doing trips outside Kenya, but and also the rest of Africa.
So after the break, I'll be linking up Brian to Mr. Simon Kabu of Bonfire Adventures. So keep it right here on The Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their business.